So this summer I got injured in my knee. I tore my ACL and I decided not to get surgery. So I would like to talk today a little bit about it and share with you my experience so far, being a professional dancer and teacher. We had a performance with my team and we were doing a dance piece, and unfortunately I made a wrong step. I took a little bit too much energy, I mishopped, and I realized that something has happened. So in the moment, usually actually people say that you might hear a pop or something loud in the knee, but for me I just felt as if my knee got a bit displaced. I thought it's maybe my kneecap or something like that, as I didn't have any other serious injuries on my knees before. But then when I went to the hospital and afterwards got an MRI done, the doctor told me that I have no chance to dance again if I won't do the surgery. And also when the knee got a bit this way as I landed, here it got a bit squished and I had cartilage damage here. One of the doctors even said that I won't be able to walk stairs, that I will always have knee pain. So I was like, okay, this sounds quite serious. So I was actually about to do the surgery and I was quite certain everyone recommends it. There's no other way. I didn't even think that I would be able to walk normally again because my knee in the first 1 week was so swollen I couldn't put any weight. It was quite a tough period for me because in my whole life I'm quite active, and even if I had some periods where I wouldn't dance so much, I would still move around and bike or swim or do some exercise. And here, when that was fully taken away from me, I noticed how it actually affected my mental health. So the first 2 weeks were the toughest on me. I mean, I was also doing some shots in my stomach. That's what they recommend so that you don't get thrombosis. I don't know the English name for that. Blood clots in your veins because you're not moving as much. So yeah, after this toughest period, it actually started to get better. And after 1 week already, I was able to, like a little granny, but make baby steps and kind of walk everywhere. So this already helped a lot because before I would just be basically on the couch the whole time and I would need a lot of care and help from other people. And yeah, when you just want to get a sip of water or anything, it's like it's such a hard task that yeah, it made me really get a bit depressed and have crazy different thoughts. So if you're in this period now while watching this video, I wish you lots of strength and it's gonna get better. Yes. One thing that I really underestimated the minute my injury happened is how important icing is. Because as it happened, we were performing at a school and we needed to do workshops after the show. And since my head was all in that, I didn't really ice my knee properly. I just put a little bit of ice, and I realized also in the later days, I iced it, but kind of here and there, not really focusing on it. But as ice actually creates more blood flow, it's much better to help the swelling and inflammation go away. And yeah, to everyone else, I would really recommend not to do my mistakes and ice properly. So after talking to some doctors, I decided, okay, I'm gonna get the surgery. But they told me I had to first wait that the swelling is gone and then I could basically call them and schedule the surgery. But unfortunately, my doctor that I saw, he went on vacation. So I had to wait a bit longer. So then I was like, okay, it's scheduled for like in 1 month. I was a bit pissed that I cannot do it straight away and fast, but I decided to just wait. As the month comes by, I get a message that my operation cannot take place because in this summer in Germany there was a drought and basically the water level went down, so they had a hard time with delivering some materials. So she said that they're waiting for this one part that they need for my surgery, so unfortunately this surgery has to get postponed again. So I was like, okay, but I was a bit pissed at that moment, so I decided to go see another doctor because some of my dance colleagues and people I know, they recommended to me this other clinic. And this doctor, he told me that he will first open my knee and he will look inside, and if it's only really necessary that he sees, okay, it's completely destroyed, then he would do the surgery. But he was quite optimistic, and as he also operates professional football players, I had a bit more trust to him. After he told me that he will try to do the healing method, which is kind of inserting stem cells beside it, so it helps to heal it. He said that was the plan, and then only if it's really bad that he would actually replace it. And he said for the cartilage damage, he would as well also try to heal it first with some stem cells. So this sounded to me like quite a good plan. And yeah, so I decided to go ahead and do the surgery with him. On the day that I had to get my scheduled surgery, I was so excited that it's finally happening. I was a bit scared because I watched lots of videos on YouTube and everywhere of how the operation goes. I went there in the morning. He measured again my knee for stability, the doctor, and then he told me, oh, it's become less stable, so I think I will just replace your ACL. I had gotten corona. This has also destabilized my knee because my muscles went away from 1 week not walking anywhere and basically laying in bed. And I was a bit like hoping that he would do just the healing method, but as I heard it, I was a bit upset, but also it was 7 a.m. I was very hungry. I didn't sleep much, and I just wanted to get it over with. So I decided, okay, whatever, he's a doctor, he knows better, let's just do it. But then when I was talking to the nurse, the one that does narcose, the one that puts you to sleep, she said that I had to wait minimum 5 weeks after it before I could actually get narcosis again. So I was disappointed that it had to get postponed again. But I mean, those were the rules. He could not operate me that morning. For me, it was a bit ridiculous and funny that something kept on happening each time when I had to get the surgery done. But I thought, okay, so is life. Maybe it's a sign. And a few weeks in, I actually realized, okay, I'm getting stronger. I can walk almost normally again. I can do easy exercises. I decided to postpone the surgery, and I gave myself time to try to recover without it, and then if it would be necessary, I would do it. So my plan was to find out what type of exercises help to strengthen the muscles around, so I would be able to basically stabilize my knee myself. And I also decided to take supplements and see how I could maybe help heal the knee from the inside. Being a dancer, I realized that this would take me longer, but I thought I would just give it a try. There's nothing to lose. As I'm a freelancer, I gave away some of my classes that I had, and actually being fortunate that I was in a financial situation where I decided, okay, I will prioritize my health first and then think how I can live in this period where I won't be able to dance or move actively. What I found out worked for me a lot so far is more static exercises. So instead of doing many squats, stretching and bending the knee and the leg, I find like getting into a bent position and holding it worked a bit better for me, as I could really get deep into the quad to strengthen it again. Because yeah, after the first month and a half, my quad has shrinked so much, and I actually had a very hard time to feel my muscles of my leg again, comparing to my healthy leg. So more static exercises have helped me so far, and I've been doing lots of yoga and also exchanging with some of my dance colleagues that have had knee injuries, and they showed me a few exercises as well that help. One other thing I've been doing is using this, there's a device. You put these different kind of gummy sticky things onto your thigh, and then you turn it on and it creates little pulses, and that kind of makes your muscle engage. So I've been doing that, but also there's some program for massage, so I've been doing the massage program around my knee in the front and in the back. So my plans for the future are actually to see how far I can recover in these 6 months. So I have 1.5 more months to go, and then I will decide if I'm okay with this level of mobility, and if I will adapt my life to this event, or if I'll say, okay, I really want to dance like before and do the surgery. There's always downsides to both, because you never know what can happen in the surgery. So you might get knee pain after it. You might not be able to bend it fully as well, because there's so much nuance and it really depends on the doctor. Yeah, and since I've had some, some unclarities with them so far. Currently, my trust level is not as high as it was before. So I decided, okay, this I know for sure. I know what I'm capable of. I can work around my injury, and if it's improvisation, I mean, I'm still dancing now. I can just do movements that aren't risky or tricky for my knee. So I kind of have the luxury, if I will choreograph future works, I can always adapt to my level. Yes. Which maybe if you're a dancer that works in a state theater, it's best for you to get surgery and to get back. So this is not, you should not get surgery type of advice. It's actually more to share this other side and trying to dance and recover without surgery. So for me, I think I would rather try to go in the long run and see if I can manage to stabilize, to align myself properly, and to really take care that I don't get it again. Because what's the point of fixing it quickly with surgery and then maybe getting it ripped again or something like that? Because the issue is always deeper and lies in alignment. So I'm really working on checking that the knees are always not going inward by any landing or any movements, and to try to get a healthier alignment in general that will help me prevent future injuries. When I was looking up on YouTube some experiences for ACL injuries and dancers, I think I just came across videos that were of dancers that did get the surgery. So I hope me sharing my story maybe helps you look at it from a different perspective. And yeah, let me know if you want to see some exercises that I do, if you want to hear out the supplements that I'm taking. Yeah, let me know in the comments below. And I will hopefully make a new video where, yeah, I will decide if I will get the surgery or what I found out along the way, and if it's possible for me to continue dancing like this. Stay updated and catch you in the next one. Ciao, ciao.